What's the most ridiculous thing you've witnessed while working customer service? Okay, so this happened like 4 years ago when I was working at this fast food place during college. It was a pretty normal afternoon shift, and I was working drive-thru, which was usually chill compared to the front counter. This guy pulls up to the window, probably mid-30s, wearing a button-up shirt and tie, looking like he just came from some office job. I'll call him Derek. He seemed totally normal at first, kind of quiet, but whatever. I hand him his food and he checks the bag right there, which was annoying, but not unusual. And then it starts. "Where's my BBQ sauce?" he asks. And I'm like, "Oh, sorry about that," and reach for some sauce packets. We kept them right by the window for this exact reason, but then he's like, "No, I ordered the spicy sauce, not BBQ." I apologize again and check his order on the screen. There's nothing about spicy sauce on his order, but whatever. Customers are always right or whatever that BS is. I tell him, "Sorry about that, let me grab you some spicy sauce," and turn to ask my coworker to grab some from the back because we were out at the window. This is when Derek, changes? IDK how to explain it. But his face got all red and he started gripping his steering wheel super tight. "Are you kidding me right now?" he says, and his voice is getting louder. "I specifically asked for spicy sauce. It's the only reason I came here." I'm trying to stay calm and explain that we're getting his sauce, it'll just take a minute, but he cuts me off. "I don't have a minute. I have been waiting in this line for 15 minutes already, and now you're telling me you don't have my sauce ready?" The line had been like 3 cars max, but okay, dude. I apologize again, and my coworker is already heading to the back to grab the sauce. The cars behind him are starting to honk because he's been at my window for way too long at this point. That's when he completely loses it. He slams his hand on his dashboard and starts yelling about how this always happens and how nobody in this place knows how to do their job. And he's never coming back. Promises? Promises LOL. I'm just standing there because YF, it's just sauce? And then he does something I still can't believe. He throws his entire meal back through the window at me, full force. Soda, burger, fries, everything. I managed to duck, but it hit the wall behind me and exploded everywhere. My manager Tina comes running over because of all the commotion, and Derek is now halfway out his car window screaming about how we ruined his day, and he drove all the way across town for this sauce, and we're incompetent and all this crazy stuff. Tina tells him he needs to leave immediately or she's calling the police. Instead of leaving, this grown man punches his own car radio, full-on smashes it with his fist. Then he starts crying, not like quiet tears, but full-on sobbing while still yelling at us. By this point, one of my coworkers had already called the cops. And when Derek saw Tina on the phone, he tried to drive away, but ended up hitting the concrete barrier thing that protects the building. Now his car is stuck and he's just sitting there crying and punching his steering wheel. Police show up pretty quick and they take him out of the car. He's still crying and now he's telling the cops that we don't understand how important this is. And TBH, we're all confused because it's literally just sauce packets. So here's the weird part. While the police are talking to him, my coworker comes back with the spicy sauce packets. Derek sees this and literally lunges for them, like the cops had to hold him back. One of the officers asks him what's so special about this sauce. Turns out Derek had been trying to impress this woman he was dating. Apparently she had mentioned once that this specific sauce was her absolute favorite thing, but she couldn't find it anywhere because it was supposed to be discontinued after that day. He had promised to get her some before they ran out forever. And he'd already tried 5 other locations that were all out. The sauce wasn't even being discontinued. It was just a rumor that had spread online. We had plenty in the back and were going to get more the next day.